Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. Andrew Curry's been talking about the planetarium, and for those of you who have not been a part of the Museum of the Southwest September Fest, you've really missed something nice. And I know that you've got something really special planned in conjunction with September Fest.
Oh yeah. With the photography exhibit that we're going to have at the museum, we have decided to do a photography exhibit at the planetarium as well, and I'm going to have members of the West Texas astronomers provide me with some of their astrophotography, some of the pictures that they've actually taken through their telescopes, and we're going to put that up in our classroom area and have a photography exhibit at the planetarium as well as at the museum. And then also we'll be having a masks from around the world exhibit at the Children's Museum. So we're going to have just all sorts of a worldwide and universal-wide feel to September Fest this year.
And so after you've gone through those exhibits, then you can go and sit out on the lawn and be entertained and eat hot dogs. And so it's a whole afternoon and evening of things to do.
At September Fest, you can wander through the exhibits and check out the vendors we have. You can grab a little bit to eat at the different vendors that we have set up in between the Children's Museum and the planetarium usually. Check out the petting zoo and check out the animals. Last year I know I had 2 camels and a water buffalo right outside the planetarium. And I don't know what we have planned for this year, but obviously we're going to have some more animals back, and so it should be just a lot of fun out there at September Fest, along with the exhibits that we're going to have.
It's something that the kids don't have access to anywhere else.
Oh, exactly. and so it's just a lot of fun to bring the whole family out for September Fest.
So the astrophotography, will the photographers be there to talk about?
Some of them actually will be there. A lot of them come in, and we have a West Texas Astronomers booth that they set up at September Fest as well. And so quite a few of them will probably be around at least somewhat some of the time to talk about a little bit, but we'll have them all labeled and should be able to provide a lot of information about it.
Will any of them be selling prints in case somebody wants to decorate their child's room with astro prints?
That's a good idea. I may have to let the West Texas astronomers who actually do provide some astrophotography know that would be something that they could do. That would be a real good way of doing it.
Because I had a friend whose young son had his room decorated with
space theme.
Yes, and had a really hard time finding prints for things like that.
Yeah.
So
I'll
that's
make
an
that
idea.
suggestion. So I thank you for that.
and then going back though to some of the comments from the teachers from your last program, I really want to emphasize that if any of the teachers are interested in getting their in-service credit, that you will be having sometime in August, teacher in service.
We'll be doing that class in August with the teachers so that they can make their own planetarium show and have their students
to
come out
take
and
back
see
to
that.
their classroom.
And then also to come to the planetarium in that next year and show their students in the planetarium the show that they've created. And it's possible that if this goes well this summer, we may even try and expand it a little bit next summer. Maybe even let some kids give it a try to make their own planetarium shows. So something to maybe look forward to.
Do you work with Kids College at Midland College or
Unfortunately,
Odessa?
no. It is one of those things that we've talked about, and we might be able to work out something with Midland College because I actually will teach their astronomy class for them as well. But we might be able to work out something where we can do something at the planetarium for Kids College in the future. That's in the works.
But I know that you've got a great working relationship with all of the ISDs in the whole Permian Basin.
Oh, of course. We're glad for that, especially because from Midland and Ector County ISDs to everywhere around.
And private schools.
Oh, yes. We've had all of the private schools make a stop at the planetarium and the Children's Museum as well. And we always enjoy having all the schools come through. We're really lucky to have so many ISDs around that they are willing to send their kids out.
And recognize the value of it. One of the problems, though, with shrinking budgets and those kinds of things, that it's a tribute to you and to the planetarium that they are continuing to squeeze out those funds to get the students here.
And the hard part, of course, is the bus fees. And
I know.
The PTAs are really good about helping out with the teachers and providing bus fees to help them come. And we're also looking at ways to see if we can't do a little bit to help as well.
That is wonderful. Well, one of the questions I've asked each of our guests as we've been talking about the Museum of the Southwest is from your standpoint of being the expert on the planetarium, what's one or two things that you really want the public to know about the planetarium?
Well, it's one of the easiest things to do is to come and watch and not take anything away from it. It's a little bit harder sometimes to actually come in and be receptive and open to the ideas that are being delivered to you. And so if you come in with a good open mind, you can learn so much about the universe around us and about the world around us that you might not have ever even thought you'd ever be able to know.
And how it affects you. You know, every time I go to a planetarium, I learn more about weather.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We even have, our kids' show is actually about the weather on different planets. And it talks a little bit about the weather on Earth as well. So a planetarium is not limited to just space. And that's another nice thing about it. So we're really looking forward to building our library and being able to show a lot of different things in the planetarium.
Well, I love the idea of audience choice for the next project, and so looking ahead for the fall, do you have anything specific past September Fest?
Not really. I actually am working on my own show and doing some of the animations for my own show, and so that's something that I'm really looking forward to and getting a chance to do this summer. I have a script written, and hopefully by October, maybe November, I should have some initial animations done for my own planetarium.
Well, is
show.
this something you would take into classrooms?
No,
leave the planetarium and take it?
It's something we might take to other planetariums actually, and let them actually have access to it as well, but also to let the teachers have access to it when they bring their students in. So it's something that I think is going to go over very well.
If you haven't gotten to know Andrew Kerr, you need to, because he is a fascinating individual, but he's also, the enthusiasm he has for the Blakemore Planetarium absolutely just sets you on fire. When you go into the building, you know that you're going to come away from there with a lot, and I appreciate so much your excitement for what you're doing.
Oh, we appreciate having the opportunity to come in and talk to you. So.
We will be back next week with another program, and we tell Andrew that he has an open invitation to come to this program anytime. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB-TV and KWES-TV.